How are you doing?
I'm so happy. I'm so happy for last weekend.
Last weekend? Why are you so happy about last weekend?
Okay, I joined to. I joined my classmates Wendy in Saturday.
On Saturday.
On Saturday.
What did you do?
Oh, I went to my classmate's Wendy
Oh, wedding.
wedding.
Oh, okay. Was it fun?
Yeah. To see many classmates.
Oh, okay. You saw many of her classmates.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That's cool. Great. So today we're going to talk about solo traveling. Yuqing had to work today, so she said that she'll watch the video after. And we're going to talk about solo traveling, which I think is very interesting because I think both of you will have something to share, right? Chopper, have you traveled by yourself before?
Yeah, maybe little.
Okay. Even in Taiwan, it counts. It doesn't have to be abroad. Like even if you travel somewhere in Taiwan, like
yeah, travel in Taiwan.
In Taiwan. Okay, that sounds good. Okay, so let's start with Iris. Can you tell us a little bit about this?
Okay, actually, I have not traveled alone before, and I don't want to try it. Yeah, when I travel, yes, and when I travel, I hope there is someone that I can share with.
Okay, so you want to share with people about your travels.
Yes.
Okay. What else? So here, let's just read the first part and then we'll discuss it. So Iris, can you read the first part first?
Okay. People who have never traveled alone often describe their first solo trip as an almost religious experience to take in new surroundings unfiltered by the prejudices, tastes, or preferences of a traveling companion can be heady stuff. Solo travel gives you the chance to indulge yourself fully.
Okay, so it says that indulge yourself fully means like you can totally enjoy and just go into something. Have you ever have you ever traveled alone before? Okay, so Iris, you said you have not and you don't want to. Okay, so you already answered this question. What about Chopper? What do you think?
I have traveled alone in Taiwan, but actually I don't like to travel by myself. I don't like feeling.
Oh, you don't like to travel by yourself?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. but you tried it before.
Yeah, I tried.
Okay, so you tried it, but you don't really like the feeling. Okay.
Yes.
Okay, so then I'm gonna ask you, do you prefer to solo travel or with friends or family members? So you don't like to travel alone. What about friends or family members? Which one?
Me?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I prefer to travel with my friends. It's I feel it's interesting.
Okay, it's interesting. You feel it's interesting.
Yeah.
Okay, you can say you feel this is interesting. So interesting to describe it, or I am interested in something. Do you know the difference?
Okay. I'm interested.
I'm interested and
I'm interested. I'm interested to. Is something. I'm interested in. Uh, 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 uh. Oh, okay. In going to travel
okay, travel with who?
with my friends.
Okay, good. Okay, right. So for Iris, compare the advantages and disadvantages of solo traveling. So can you give me 2 advantages and 2 disadvantages?
Okay. First, the advantage. I will talking about advantage. I think solo traveling makes you independent and brave because you need to solve any problem by yourself. And the second one is traveling alone is more flexible on schedule and and tourist sites. Yeah. And disadvantage, I think you should be considering a country's culture and politics. Yeah, maybe some place might not be safe, like Iraq and Tibet.
Tibet, Iraq.
Iraq. Yeah, Iraq. And I saw some dangerous newspaper before. And if you travel alone, you have no one to share the travel expense, such as like hotel.
Okay.
Yeah.
So to share travel expense. Sure. Okay, so Chopper, do you think solo travel is safe? Provide some tips for solo travelers.
Mhm. Uh, I think solo travel is not safe.
And why?
Mm, because you might un you might understand the way
Mm-hmm.
in other in other company. No, yeah, country. In other city. You maybe go wrong way.
Oh, the wrong way. Okay, go the wrong way.
Okay.
So what can people do to be safe?
Second, some other countries not be safe. In their maybe oh, like like India,
Like India.
like India. Like their culture don't like women.
Woman. They don't like women.
Yeah, so so woman is not safe in India. In not safe in India to travel.
To travel. Okay. Is there any tips that Iris you can give people?
Yes, I agree. If you, especially for female, if you going to India alone, it might be more dangerous. There is have a sexism problem.
Right.
Yeah.
Sexist problem.
Yeah.
Okay, that's true. So tell us about your solo travel experience. Can you tell us about when did it happen? So Iris, you didn't have one. Can you tell us about one that you went with a friend? And tell us what would be the difference between if you went alone rather than going with a friend.
I have never solo traveled experience. Maybe I will try to do a short trip in Taiwan first. I had a experience just ride a bike with a team, and we around the island. Yeah,
You rode
it's
a bicycle around the island?
yeah, it's Taiwan.
Oh, in Taiwan. Oh, okay, that's
Yeah.
interesting.
But I'm not finished.
Oh, you didn't finish it.
Didn't finish yet. But I want to try finish the trip by myself.
Okay, try
Yeah.
to. I would like to try to.
Try it.
So try to finish the trip by myself. Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's
From
amazing.
from where to where do you need to go?
When?
From where? Like you said you didn't finish it, so where else do you need to go? So maybe you went like halfway, and then where else do you need to go?
Okay. I start from Taichung, and end until to Canteen. Yes.
Okay. Wow, that sounds like a long trip though. Couple of days.
Almost 4 days.
4 days.
Yeah.
That's cool. Chopper, what about you? Have you ever rode your bike around the island before?
No.
No?
Yeah, no.
Is this something you want to try? Because I'm sure a lot of your friends have done it before.
Maybe I will try to go motor bicycle.
Oh, on a motor bicycle. Okay, a little bit faster, a little bit lazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. So can you tell us about your solo travel experience?
Okay, maybe last before 3 years before.
3 years ago?
I went to Miaoli.
Okay.
I went to Miaoli. I remember I went to bus to Choufen station. Okay, in a night, the next I went to hotel, but okay, but I okay, I booked the wrong hotel.
Oh, you booked the wrong hotel.
Yeah. I think it's nearby the nearby bus station, but not really. So Miaoli is not convenient like Taipei. So I by my feet to walk yeah.
Oh, okay.
I
You
walked
around a lot.
to hotel.
Oh, you walked.
Maybe 30 minutes.
Oh, this is a long time.
Maybe.
Walk.
yeah, they're not taxi.
Oh, okay. Didn't take the taxi. Okay. Interesting. But I think when you're solo traveling, or you're traveling by yourself, there's always a lot of very interesting stories. Okay, I just tell you guys a short story. So I was in Rome last time with my friends, of my high school friends. I studied in Canada for high school. So we haven't seen each other in 6 years. I remember it's like after high school graduation, I came back for university, I started working, and then I quit my first job and I had time. And then so one of my best friend from Canada, she said that she was going to Spain. And then I was like, oh, I have time. Let me book my ticket. So then I booked my ticket and then I flew to Spain to see her. And then she flew from Canada to Spain. And then we were in Spain for 1 week together, so just the two of us. And then we went to Rome to meet our other friend. So they wanted to visit the Colosseum in Rome. Do you know the big Colosseum, the very round one? You know, where the gladiators, they fight until they die, and then if they die, then they can live. If they die, then they die. But the people who live, they can be free, because they're like slaves. So it's just a very tourist place. And I didn't want to go there because I have been there already. So I said, oh, let me meet them at the Vatican City. So somewhere else. And then I couldn't find them when I went to meet with them. And then I had to take the bus back to our Airbnb. So I was by myself. And then I was very nervous. So I was like, looking around and then checking to see if there's anyone beside me. I was just like holding my bag. And then there's someone sitting behind me and he had like this really big tattoo. And I was like, ooh, I don't think this is a nice person. So I was like, I didn't want to sit near him. And then I was taking pictures when we were passing by different places. And then suddenly he was like, oh, you should take a picture here. This is and then he starts telling me about history about the place. And then he's like, oh, and this. And then he started to like tell me about a lot of different stories. And then I was like very shocked because I thought he was just like, like like probably a gangster or something. And then I felt like, oh, this person is very interesting. He's actually telling me a lot of interesting facts. And then he had to get off the bus. So when he went off the bus, he was like, and I was like, whoa, this blew my mind. I was like, boom. And then I was like, oh, this is such an interesting story. And then I had to tell it when I went back to the Airbnb to tell my friends. But I think it's very interesting when you're like traveling by yourself. It's definitely very tiring because you need to be very careful. But that's where you have a lot of stories, I think. And I think Taiwan is very safe for solo traveling. The next place I would probably go solo traveling is in Japan. I think Japan is a very safe place as well. Yeah. And I have been to Japan. I've been to Okinawa, and I went there by myself first to go to my friend's wedding. But I was also there by myself for 2 days, and I think it was really fun. Like you just do whatever you want. You do whatever you want. No one you have to find your own way. I think it's fun in a way. But it's different. Like it's fun when you're with your friends, but it's also fun when you're by yourself. So, or I think what you can try is you can go with your friend, but for 1 day you go somewhere by yourself, and then your friend will go somewhere by themselves, and then maybe you will meet back for dinner or meet back in the evening, and then you will have different stories to tell. I just think it's fun. And I think it's something that everyone can try, and you'll find different things, or you'll discover different things.
Okay. I accept your advice.
you can try it for like 1 day and go somewhere else. Okay,
Sure.
so let's do some role play. So here are some safety tips for traveling alone. So the first one, let's see here. Okay, I'm gonna give Carrie good identification to Chopper, and then Iris, you will know when to buddy up. Okay, so these are just tips that you can share. So you pretend that you are telling Chopper, you will tell Iris about the safety tip because Iris is going to go and travel alone. So you should be saying something like, oh, you should do this because if you go travel alone, something that might happen to you, and this is a very good tip. Okay. So you can think about this. We'll take a 1-minute break and come back and talk about the role play. Okay.
Okay.